welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, I'm Kevin Woodford. Welcome to Can't Cook, Won't Cook, the show that's described as the meat and two veg of your weekday morning menu. And let's meet the first couple keen to play Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Woo! Hello. Welcome. Hello, my darling. Nice to see you. Right, okay, we have Claire Boost.
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 You're Claire.
Yes.
You're giving the correct pronunciation. Claire Boost.
It rhymes with roost. Boost.
Boost doesn't rhyme with roost. If it was,
your accent.
Not my accent. If the name's Boost, and you say roost,
It's Boost.
Boost would be roost.
No, it rhymes with roost. Boost.
Claire Boost rhymes with roost. And here's one for you. Now you've got a cheek coming in on her name. Isabel Kelly Cleck.
No, Kelk.
Isabel Kelly Cleck.
Kelk.
Kelk.
Kelly Kelk.
Isabel Kelly, is that right? Isabel Kelly Kelk.
Isabel.
And you're from Mablethorpe?
Yeah.
I went there once, it was closed. I went straight on to Skegness, lovely place. And Isabel is Claire's auntie, right? Now then, I asked Auntie a little earlier why we needed to have you here. And this is what she said.
Well, Claire's a very social person and loves to entertain, but sadly has no idea about cooking at all. Nothing comes to anything in the kitchen for her. She do instant custard once, which didn't go smoothly at all. Ended up trying to get rid of the lumps over the kitchen sink and ended up with lumps. So, Kevin, you got your work cut out for you today.
Wow. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. All right, well, we'll do what we can and we'll talk about it later. Let's meet the second couple keen to play Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Woo! Wow, eh? You brought the family. Hello, darling. How are you? Good to see you. Nice to meet you both. That's a nice response. You got half the family here.
Yeah, all of them.
All of them. Kenny Williams and Sandra Duff, uncle and niece. Kenny is from the Black Country, Sandra from Birmingham. And you work as a manager of a telecommunications company. Yeah. And Kenny, you're retired.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now, I asked Sandra a little earlier why she felt the need to bring you to see me, and she told me this.
Well, I've nominated my Uncle Kenny because I truly believe there's hope for everyone. Once, he cooked coffee filters thinking they were poppadoms and almost set the kitchen on fire. So what we, his family, would love is to sit down, eat a meal cooked by Kenny without the worry of the emergency services arriving on the doorstep. So, Kevin, it's over to you.
Not a cook, then?
No.
Not a cook. What do you enjoy doing?
Fishing, bingo.
Oh, you like bingo?
Well, I love the game bingo, yeah.
Is that right? Clickety-click, let's play Can't Cook, Won't Cook. All right, pop your hand on. Come close to Kev, and let's have a look at what the dish is going to look like once you've had time to manipulate and play with the ingredients, right? Okay, looks a bit complicated to me. Lots of lovely fresh ingredients. I can smell herbs, I can see suet, bacon, chicken, vegetables, mustard, and at the end of the day, this is what it's going to look like, so feast your eyes upon this. Ooh, indeed. You're about to produce before the nation a dish of mustard creamy chicken, and you're going to sit that on freshly made herby dumplings. Now, if that doesn't tickle your taste buds, I don't know what will. So let's roll those pots and pans! Now, in order to get through the next half hour, what you need to do is to pay attention, and you need to do what I do when I do it.
All right.
Is that okay?
That's all right.
So the very first thing to do is to light the flame underneath the biggest of the two pans, and that flame wants to be on high. And you'll notice inside that pan, if you take the lid off, what you've got is some stock. You've got some chicken stock. And we're going to cook the dumplings in there. Now, to make the dumplings, what we need to do is the flour has already been sieved for you. So we add to the flour the suet. You do as I do, the suet.
Suet.
Add the suet.
Suet.
Yes. So you've got 4 ounces of flour, not that you care.
No. Yes.
And 2 ounces of suet. In that goes. Then add the chopped thyme.
Which one's that? That one.
The thyme.
That one. All of it. Yep.
All of it. And then turn the plate around and add the chopped parsley. Little jug of water. What you do is, don't add it all, just add around about 2/3 of it to begin with and make it a well in the centre and pour the water into the well. And then mix the ingredients together. How much have you put in?
3/4.
3. Right, mix that together. How much have you got in?
2/3, didn't you say?
2/3. He thinks it's 3/4. Mix it together.
Mix all of it.
Right, a little bit of salt. And then add to them the...
Salt. That's the salt, isn't
Is there
it?
enough salt in that? That's flour. Get it? Flour, that's flour. The salt is the little thin dish, the white dish, right?
I'm with you, I'm with you.
Okay. A pinch of salt. Yours is nicer than mine. No, I'm only kidding. What you need to do now is you need to put... Ken, what have you...
Want more
see,
water?
It's a bit dry, isn't it?
Yeah, want some more water?
Yeah, a bit dry.
Yeah, drop
Yeah.
more water.
Oh, you need it... Oh, right.
Drop more water.
There you go. You've used
That we do.
the wrong jug of water. What you've actually done is you used... Instead of using your jug of water, the bit of water I left over, you've used.
Well, what is it? See, I'm left-handed.
All right. So, there you go. Now, you mix that together, right? You're winning. Quick as you can, because we've all got homes to go to. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to dust your hands with some flour, okay? Plenty of flour, like that. Rub them together, seconds out, and then take a little of the mixture, roll it round, and if it feels a bit wet, put a bit more flour on it. Now, we're not going to make lots of dumplings because that would be a bit repetitive. So the rest of the mixture you can pop in your pocket and take home. Once you've got it like that, okay, then break it in half and drop your little dumplings in. And then let's just do 2 more. So you have to take the lid off, Ken, first of all, because you won't be able to get it in the pan otherwise. Right. Same again. Can we bear it? The same again, right? So you should have 4 little dumplings as quickly as possible in the pan, because the idea is that they all cook at the same time. So if you pop one in today and then one in tomorrow, they'd just be cooked differently. How many have you got in there, Ken?
2, I think.
Yeah, you have.
4.
Pop them straight in. Doing well so far, isn't he?
You think so?
Yeah. There you go. Wash your hands. Good. They should just simmer away gently and we can get on with the chicken dish, because that was the easy bit. Right. The chicken dish, first thing that we're going to do for that is get the other dish of flour, put a bit of salt into it, and then add to that some paprika. Now, paprika, unlike cayenne, paprika is not as hot as cayenne, so you can afford to put a reasonable amount.
Enough?
Yeah. And then mix that together. So you've got salt, flour, and paprika. So there's got a lot of flavour, a lot of colour is going to go into that. Put that to one side. and then get the chicken. I just want you to use one breast. So pick whichever you think is your nicest breast. So watch carefully. The chicken, I want you to cut it that way, into 3, like that. Turn it the other way, and then cut it into nice, chunky pieces. Good chunky pieces. And then drop the pieces of chicken straight into the flour. Lovely. Straight into the flour. Now take the lid off as soon as you like, Ken.
Hold on a bit, hold on a bit.
You don't have to mince it, just cut it into chunky pieces. Put it in the flour. Light a flame underneath the pan which has got nothing in it. And then into it, I want you to put a drizzle of oil. That's the wrong flame, look. There's a little map there, for goodness sake. Look, all you got to do is... You're playing with the wrong knob. That's it. Right, take the lid off. Oil in. Little drizzle of oil. Have you got a drizzle of oil in?
Have.
Brilliant. So far, so good, yeah? Good, and not too much oil, that's excellent. So
I've got no oil.
What's the problem?
I've got no oil.
The dumplings are cooking nicely.
Oh.
The dumplings... A drizzle. Whoa, good. Get the bacon. Put the bacon on the board.
All of it?
All of it. You keep saying all of it. Is that because you want to mix some? All of it. Right. And then just neatly slice the bacon through. Put the pieces together so that all cuts as one, so you don't have to cut each piece of bacon individually. And then drop the pieces of bacon into the pan which has got the oil in, and you can hear that sizzling noise which indicates that it's at the right temperature. And then give it a whizzle around. You have to keep it moving, or otherwise the bacon will stick to the bottom of the pan. So keep it moving for a few seconds. Right, go back to the chicken. Right, now dust the chicken so that it's completely coated with the chicken pieces and the flour. They all become one. And then quickly, because your bacon starts to burn, pop the chicken pieces straight into the pan, leaving behind the little bit of flour at this stage that remains in the basin. And then give the chicken and the bacon pieces a stir around. Mix it round and get it cooking. Once it's sealed, then we're ready for the next stage. It's not quite sealed yet, and we want to put some more flavour in there. So what we're going to do is leave that for the moment, that's fine. Leave it on high. Just get some thyme and just roll off the pieces of thyme like that and drop them straight in. So just shred them off gently, just be gentle with it. So you get nice pieces of thyme and drop them straight into the chicken. You get lots of flavour out of that. Give that a stir around. Now the important thing, I cannot stress this enough, and we say it all the time on Can't Cook, Won't Cook, that when you're dealing with a chicken dish, there's no such thing as a safe chicken. All chicken, if it's undercooked, can cause you a problem by way of salmonella. So it's absolutely critical that you ensure that the chicken is completely cooked. If anybody tells you that chicken can be served undercooked, they have a death wish. So it needs to be completely cooked right through. Now once it's sealed and it's gathered flavour and it's gathered colour like that, then we're ready for the next stage. And the next stage is to add some vegetables to add flavour. So you put in the chopped pieces of leek, followed by the chopped carrots, followed swiftly by the chopped pieces of celery. Give that a mix together. Now, what you're doing really is packing as much flavour as it's possible to pack into the pan. Now, what I'd like you to do now, so that we ensure that we get a nice finish of the sauce, is I want you to add 50%, that's half. That's not 3/4, nor is it 2/3 or 1/3, but it's 50% of the flour that remains. Add it to the pan, right? And then what that'll do is that will absorb any of the grease that remains. Any of the grease that remains, it will absorb it, and it will form a roux. It'll act as the thickening agent. 3 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, quick as you like. Go straight in. Mix it together. 3 teaspoons. Into the pan. Now you've got the mustard, you've stirred the mustard through. Now add the chicken stock. Gradually. And what happens is it takes on a sauce-like appearance because of the flour which has been incorporated in the fat. Gradually. You might not need it all, so just gradually. So let's put 4/5. Now into the pan, is yours looking nice? Yeah. Into the pan I want you to put, and this is where we have the scientific, right? We've put 4/5 of the stock in, haven't we?
Yeah.
Exactly 4/5, because if you've not put 4/5 in, you've got a problem, right? I want you to put, this is the scientific part of it, right? What you have to do now is you have to put exactly 3 fluid ounces of cream in. Off you go. And then all we're waiting for is the heat to really penetrate there. Come through. 3 fluid ounces, Ken.
Whoopsie daisy.
Perfect, well done. Give me a round of applause for that. Fantastic. You're all right with maths, aren't you, Claire? You're getting there, right. Drop your peas in there.
Okay.
So in go the peas. One final stir around. And as it comes to the boil, what we need to do is to make sure that we're happy with the seasoning. So we get a clean spoon. Just make sure that it has flavour. Now you should be able to taste the combination there of a little bit of mustard, a little bit of cream. You should taste the chicken coming through. Should be a hint of leek, a touch of carrot and some celery.
That's lovely.
You like it?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Is it good?
That's all right. That'll do.
Right. As that's just about to come to the boil, let me ask you, Izzy, right? At what point did you realise that there was a major problem when it came to the world of gastronomy? And Claire?
I think when she asked really how to open a tin, that was with a new tin opener, and when she opened the tin, she really saw no need to heat it up anyway. Might as well eat it cold.
No.
But yeah.
Beans are nice cold.
So you undo a tin of beans and you don't even heat them?
There's no point. You can eat them cold.
Go on, so what do you do with these? Because this is, I'm making notes. Right, open a tin of beans.
It's just like going camping, isn't it? I mean, you'd eat beans out of tin then.
Right.
So, you know,
But
dip a bit of bread in it.
Cold.
Yeah.
So like that would be a dinner party at your house. 6 guests and they all get a tin of beans each and a piece of bread.
No, we fork out for Chinese on that one.
Oh, believe it. You're no better, I believe. No.
No.
Have you never tried to cook?
No. Well, I say I tried to cook. I tried to boil an egg.
You tried to boil an egg?
Yeah.
And what happened?
Well, the wife told me you put it in the oven, in the water for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I put it in from cold, put cold water in, waited 3 minutes, knocked the head off, tipped it out. All running.
Right,
So I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I thought, put it in the microwave. Turned that on for about 3 minutes, stood back.
3 minutes in the microwave. Stood back.
And then it went ding. I opened it up and it was still running. I'm going to defrost.
Right, this is looking really nice. Okay, so now what we do is let's take out first of all our dumplings. You can see they're lovely, they're really nice and cooked. You've cooked the dumpling in chicken stock, so it's got lots of flavour. We don't want the chicken stock in there, so drain it off, right? And transfer it onto your plate. So make sure the stock is out. Put all 4 dumplings on the plate. This is a really lovely winter warmer dish, this one. Gorgeous. And then turn off the flame underneath that pan. They're lovely. Separate the dumplings, that's important. Don't have all the dumplings sitting together. Good. And so turn off the heat. Once your dumplings are on the plate, turn off the heat. Then we're ready to serve the chicken dish. Hold the dish over the chicken, and again what we're doing is using the slotted spoon first of all so that we can pick out the chicken pieces and spread them neatly along with the vegetables over the dumplings, so we're getting a nice portion of chicken, and we're sure that the chicken is cooked. That's very, very important indeed. It's a very colourful dish. Like so. Pop it down. Nice and neat. Spend a second just to clean up the dish, because you've worked so hard. Presentation is very important now. That's lovely, Ken. Well done. And Claire, they look gorgeous. They do. That's it. You just drip it across the kitchen. That's not a problem. And then once you've done that, then just get some little sprigs of thyme. Good, well done. Little sprigs of thyme. And just pop, say 3 sprigs of thyme onto the dish like so.
3 bits.
3 bits, that looks lovely. You looking forward to tasting this?
No.
Oh, that's horrid, of course.
I know,
you
you see, I don't stand a
think
chance
you've done very
to,
well.
really.
You've done really well, Ken. Well
Yes,
done.
nice, I think.
It is nice.
Nice.
What do you think, Sandra?
Surprising.
Are you surprised?
I am.
All these years?
All these years. And the kitchen hasn't gone on fire once.
It hasn't. It hasn't. That's because he had no flame on for 10 minutes, of course. But he's done all right, hasn't he?
He has,
You're
yeah.
proud of him?
I'm very proud.
Well, you eat it. I think what we should do, though, is yours a bit dry, right? So just put a little bit of sauce. If you think it needs a bit of sauce, then get a ladle. Just ladle a little bit of sauce over it. And then I can safely say that it's time to tickle those taste buds! Bring them in. Pop them down. Thank you very much. Lovely. All right. Sandra and Izzy. Now, can I just... Excuse me for 1 second, right? Call me old-fashioned, right? Yeah. But we spent 20 minutes making a sauce. Do you remember? Do you remember the sauce?
Yeah.
You do remember that?
Yeah.
And I said, pour a bit of the sauce on the chicken because it's a bit dry. But you didn't, did you? What did you pour on instead?
Some potato paste.
Yes, the stock in which you cook things in. Pop your blindfolds on it and make it much easier. I'm going to give you a taste of both, and I'm just going to make a little cut to make sure that the chicken's cooked, because I went on about it, didn't I? And I'll cut a little bit of the dumplings on both. Shame to spoil the presentation, really. Right, okay. Now, they're going to be hot, ladies, so I'm going to begin with you, Sandra, first of all. I'm going to give you a taste of plate number 1. You don't know which of our 2 wonder cooks has produced it. Okay, open wide for me. Quite a big piece. Okay, you have a little chew on that. Izzy, are you ready, my darling?
Yes.
Right, okay, don't open till I tell you. Got a huge dumpling for you, my dear. That's probably too big. Okay, open wide. I've got it, don't worry. I'm very good at this. Skillful. Right, excellent. Right, that was plate number 1. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was all right.
All right, you're reserving judgment. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on swiftly to number 2. Open wide. Super. Izzy, you ready for number 2? Mm-hmm. Okay, hold tight. So don't open till I tell you, my darling. I'm just having difficulty with it. Right, here it comes. Quite a hot one. Well, sorry. Right. Okay. How was that? Was it all right?
Yeah.
Okay, take your blindfolds off, girls, please. Sandra, let's go back to you. Did you find plate 1 or plate 2 the most appealing?
1.
Tell me for why.
The chicken was more tender.
Right.
1.
And what about flavours and tastes and things like that?
They were both nice with the flavours.
How about the dumpling?
It was nice.
Was it? You liked it? So plate number 1 for you. Izzy, was it plate 1 or plate 2?
Plate 2.
So Kevin gets a nibble. Right, okay. Tell me why was plate 2 for you?
There was something nice and crispy in it.
Was there? Well, you've actually picked your own partners, so I'm going to have these things tested. Right, a little bit of dumpling and a little bit of chicken. Not bad.
I told you.
They're both absolutely, I have to tell you, they're both delightful. The amazing thing is, Ken, that at the end of it, you ruined the dish by pouring the dumpling stuff on it. I think, had you left it as it was and poured the right sauce on, you had a bit more flavour. But as it happens, Claire has it! Yeah! Well done. Right, now then, listen. I'll tell you what's going to happen. You get that, you get a bottle of the finest champagne for chilling drinking. I'm going to let you keep the hat, and I'm going to let you keep the jacket, and I'm going to add to that a chef's knife, chopping board, saucepan, and a set of cookery books by somebody very nice. All right? I'm not telling you. Thank you for playing the game.
Thank you.
Have you had a nice time? Yeah, you've been great. Both been great sports, but I mean, you very